gentlemen, in the 1992 Embassy World Professional Darts Championship Final, would you please welcome the #1 seed, Phil Taylor.
Here he is then, Taylor, looking very relaxed in the practice room.
Will you please welcome his opponent, the #2 seed, Mike Gregory.
Taylor looking relaxed on the stage like he was in the practice room. Same format as normal. 6 practice darts each before the fun begins. Eric Bristow's point, a good one I feel made there. This lad knows he's done it in these circumstances before. Gregory only hoping that he has the caliber to do it on the occasion. Formalities over.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first set. First leg, Mike to throw first. Hang on, please.
Even though we've got 1,500 enthusiastic aficionados here, note the order. Absolute quiet during the throw. Then you're allowed the appreciation.
100.
It's almost like the chant of a response in the cathedral. Could go 11 sets. The first man who wins 6 sets takes the title.
140.
That's the shiny pot, the cash pot, £28,000 to the winner. Taylor posting intent, could be on for an 11-darter. Treble 19 or treble 15 to start. Double 12 now. Double 6.
69. Mike requires 120.
Sunk his semi-final beautifully with this combination. Still a chance, needs a 60. Tops.
80. Bill requires 12.
Double 6.
Yes, the first leg. Bill Taylor. Second leg, Phil to throw first.
And picking up again on what Eric Bristow said, Taylor's won on this stage in this tournament before, taken all before him So the little bit of Maradona samba, the sign of a man who's done it before.
59.
First one to get 3 legs takes the set.
$60.
Well, maybe Teddy can't bear it, but I'm sure Phil can.
$125.
Taylor setting the pace then.
$135.
Treble 19.
77.
Tops for 2 legs to love.
37. White requires 101.
At 60. Yeah. 1 for tops. To pull level, tops.
81. Bill requires 40.
Double top. Double 10. Double 5.
35. White requires 20.
Double 10. Double 5. Can't go out.
16 score.
Early
Bill
nerves.
requires 5.
1 for double 2. Double 2. Back to Madhouse. Double 1.
No score.
Ducks and Drakes here.
White requires 4.
Double 2.
Yes! Second leg. White Gregory.
All square.
Third leg. White to throw first. Game on, please.
If you look back on the statistics of performance in this, Taylor's had averages that average
60.
about 92.8. Gregory's averages considerably less by about 5 points.
140.
Anybody who's going to bet on the statistical side will be on Taylor. Well, the lads have come up from Chelsea, having a good time.
$95. 60. That's 96.
Bit of bad luck with that second dart.
81. Bill requires 170.
Top shot out this. Brilliant cover.
Mike requires 160.
Under considerable pressure to take this with a 3. Shots on. Double top to go ahead. Wrong bet.
130. Bill requires 90.
Yeah. Double 5.
80.
Several ways to go for 30.
30.
10 for double, or you can go straight for the double 15. He's looking at the double 15. He's getting nearer.
15 score.
Possibly chance here. Taylor
10.
changing the shot to 2 double 4. I think, no, he's going straight for the double 5.
Yes, third leg, Bill Taylor.
So Taylor goes ahead, 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, Phil's the throw first. Game on, please.
Every leg so far against the darts. Gregory has to take this leg to save the first set.
100.
You're never young enough to start learning darts. One factor in the pies of the players in this game is that Gregory has had to go to the wire. His last 2 times out in this tournament, he had to beat Harrington 4-3 by coming back, and he was 3-0 down against Kevin Kenny. All of that within the last 48 hours. So there could be a question over his ability to get out of jail if he slumps. Bogey number here for Taylor, no 3-dart shot.
Mike requires 116.
This is the sort of bread and butter top finish I think he's got to take. He likes 16 here. Top. Takes the sort of finish that he's going to need against Taylor.
Fifth leg, Mike to throw first.
Deciding leg. Set one.
Game on, please.
Well, an old rugby coach of mine once said, hit them hard, hit them fast, and if they get up, hit them again.
100.
That was the theory that most Gregory fans had here. He's got to hit Taylor in the first 3 sets and hit him pretty hard. He's going for the first set.
60. $125.
Of course, my coach didn't tell me much about counter-punching. Taylor could go ahead, and the points go here with these 3.
97.
He's picked up a couple of handy treble 19s. Taylor. Shot for Gregory, not for Taylor. But, as always in darts, more than one factor. If Taylor can get this down to a 2-darter, it puts the screws on Gregory.
139.
That's the screws on.
White requires 141. Phil requires 40.
Number 1 seed to take the first set tops.
Yes! Game shot in the first set. Phil Taylor.
What could be going through the
Thank
mind?
you, ladies and gentlemen. The second set. First leg, Phil to throw first. Game on, please.
What could be going through the mind of Gregory is he let Taylor in for the first set.
$84.
The pantheon of darts, Rees Lowe, Bristow twice. Bristow, the only man ever to have defended the title. Wilson, Della the 83 champ.
$60.
Well, Eric Bristow once described this tournament as the big one. And when the big in says it's the big one, then it's the big one.
$100.
And I'll remind anybody who isn't on the dance scene that Bristow was the man who cajoled and coached this man to a place where he beat Bristow in the final.
85.
A Bristow product.
$140.
First man to get 6 sets is the winner.
$140. $41. Phil requires 132.
$72 he wants. Change the shot, double six.
Magic! Here's the first leg, Phil Taylor.
So the pace is being set by the number 1 seed.
Second leg, Mike to throw first.
And this is a
Game on,
man
please.
who has been into rough houses in the last 48 hours in this tournament.
$60. $47.
Used to say that the only good boxer was a hungry boxer. And both these lads very hungry for success, because the win here would consolidate their professional career in darts.
45. $100. $41.
Well, there's been a few tons of chips consumed here, and a few beers by the audience.
137.
It's nice to see a nice standard of dress in the audience.
$60. $85.
Taylor on a 3-dart shot out. Gregory hasn't hit the treble.
60. Bill requires 132.
In 5 throws, Gregory hasn't hit a treble. Look where he's going for, double six.
120.
So Gregory not handling the pace at the moment.
$130. Bill requires 12.
For two love and the leg score, double six. Trying a bit too hard.
6 good. Mike requires 105.
Treble 15.
65. Bill requires 6.
Double three to go further ahead.
Yes, the second leg. Bill Taylor. Third leg, Phil to throw first. Game on, please.
Well, the number 1 seed has taken 3 legs on the trot. It's pitching now to go 2 sets to love up.
100. $45.
Well, when And Gregory's not darting, he's in the garden. He's having his borders trimmed by Taylor at the moment.
60.
The pundit said that Mike Gregory had to get in the early action.
$100.
Taylor looking to take another set here.
140.
So far, after the first half hour of the final, Gregory has had to soak up all the pressure.
140. Still required 116.
Chance then for Gregory.
76. Mike requires 61.
It's either the 25 or the treble 15. Double 8. Double 4.
53. Still requires 40.
Tops for 2 sets to 0.
Yes, game shot, and the second set. Phil Taylor.
2 sets to 0 he leads, and it's like being in a bullfight where the bull has to take the
Thank you,
sword
ladies and gentlemen.
and the
third
cape
set,
from the
first
matador.
leg. Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
Gregory has somehow got to take the action to Taylor.
140. $85. $60.
Taylor had a cracking match against John Lure. The Taylor won 5-4. But in that match, Lowy came back.
60.
It was 4-1 at one stage in Taylor's favour.
$99.
No shot for either player.
$100.
Good chance here for Gregory.
$81. Mike requires 141.
Taylor keeps up the pressure there. He's on the 2-darter. Gregory on the 3. The 3 is now a good possibility.
$105.
But 60, double
Still
18.
requires 96.
It's in his sights. 60.
48. Mike requires 36.
Double 18. Double 9. One left. Double 9.
27.
Taylor looking at
Still requires 48.
16 on double. Given a chance that he shouldn't have had, goes the other way. Once tops.
Yes, the first leg. Phil Taylor.
Gregory known he shouldn't have given Phil that chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, will you please give the players the best of order while they're throwing? Thank you. Second leg, Phil to throw first.
It must be going through Gregory's head that Taylor duffed up Eric Bristow on this stage 6-1 2 years ago.
140. $81.
Oh look, he hit the middle door.
125.
Certainly giving it a run on the rails here, Gregory.
$123. Mike requires 56.
20 for double 18 maybe? No. Trying tops. Double 10. Put Taylor on a big one.
Yeah!
Not needed!
This is second leg. Mike Gregory.
One alike, set 3. $12 by Gregory.
Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
This is a recovery by Gregory. A flamboyant recovery. It's a great leg by Gregory, but Taylor isn't off his back. It's a brilliant leg by Gregory. $11 possible for Gregory here at a time when it would be very handy.
41.
Nice touch of Taylor.
41.
One tops. No throw for Taylor.
21.
Well, I said, the pundits said that
100.
the Gregory cannon had to fire in the first 3 sets.
20.
Not off now. Double 10.
Yes,
That's a fusillade. Goes ahead. 3rd set.
Full flag. Phil to throw first. Game on. So
now it's Taylor's turn to take a bit of what he's been dishing out.
100.
Stunning riposte from the #1 seeds.
140.
Gregory looking to come back
44.
by taking this set. Gregory looking good to get back in. Throwing a bit faster, maybe.
140.
Throwing a bit accurate, maybe.
Still requires 124.
This to stop the Gregory rampage in this set. Once the ball.
Taylor.
The Gregory rampage hits a brick wall for the moment.
Fifth leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
Bare knuckle stuff now. Oh, that could be a costly bounce out, that.
60.
Gregory was looking like being good to get a setback.
81.
Yes. Even the Swans and Wallabies are hopping here at the World Championship. Lackadaisical darts. Knows it. Gives the #1 seed a chance to pin him like a butterfly.
100.
Ton plus he needs here. Awkward lie for the third.
100.
But got it. Well, if you're thinking of going around the Andes for your tea, make sure she's a TV darts fan, so she won't be watching her favourite soap, because this will have lots of drama.
$100. Bill requires 80.
To make it look a bit like a procession, to go 3 sets to 0 up Looking at 60. Single 20. Tops for 3-0.
40. Mike requires 75.
To make it 2-1, a dramatic point in the match. Trouble 17. 18. Needs the tops desperately. On the way.
Phil requires 40.
It could all be downhill for Gregory over the next 10 minutes or so if Taylor thinks this. He wants double 10 now. Long way off. Looking at double 5. On the way.
Mike requires 40.
2-1, a vital time. Tops. He wants double 10. Double 5. Yes! Gregory gives us a match. Gets back in when he had to. 2-1 to Taylor.
Hang on, ladies and gentlemen, the full set. First leg, Phil to throw first. Game on, please.
And the devil rides, hang on to his coattails. That's just what Gregory did. I'll remind you, first man to get 6 sets is the winner of the title.
180!
Here from the players. 4 180s each.
100.
Interesting stuff now.
140.
Could be down for 9 dollar maybe.
Bill requires 161.
Treble 17 leaves the bull. Just missed.
137. Mike requires 121.
Pressure to get this. Treble 17 leaves the bull. Yep, wants the bull. Gets the bull!
Mike Gregory.
Strutting like a rooster up there is Gregory.
Second leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
And all this needs is that big Italian chap singing this Andoma. Nobody's sleeping here.
140.
Least of all, Gregory.
$85.
6 sets. We've got the winner.
$85. 100.
John Lowe showed that there are chinks in the armour of Taylor by almost
83.
coming back from 4-1 down.
$140. 100.
Yeah, two-dart shot here.
Height requires 93.
Great chance to capitalise. It's in the 13, I think, that. Look.
68.
Couldn't see if that was
Still
in.
requires 91.
This is definitely a two-dart chance for Taylor. Bullseye for Taylor.
66. Height requires 25.
We've got 9 for double 8. Yeah, double 8 to go ahead in the set.
Yes, the second leg. Mike Gregory.
So the Bristol lad,
Third
still in the
leg,
match,
Phil to throw first.
has forced Taylor now to try and save the set.
140.
If Taylor were to lose this leg, then we would be at 2-2,
85.
and we'd be in for a right bit of fun. Two darts for Taylor. Gregory way back. But the way he's playing could still turn the screw.
100. Bill requires 81.
Treble 19, I think. Yeah, double 12. Save the set. No shot for Gregory.
Yes, it's third leg. Phil Taylor.
2-1, set 4.
Fourth leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
Oh, we still could have a lot of fun here. Gregory takes the leg. The sets go all square.
100.
You can't get in for love, no money, or even if you're a friend of the bouncers. Yes, tea time. I will stress the player's not going to eat that at half time.
99.
Great chance for Gregory here then to put the match all square at 2 each. Needs to keep them thereabouts and pick up a big treble here.
99.
Gregory on a two-darter to take us all square. Phil trying to keep the pressure on him.
139. White requires 82.
Vital point in the match here to make it all square. Bull maybe tried it. It's in the single 10, I think. Got the treble 16. Now needs double 12 to make it square. Yes! Gregory back in the final. Taylor set the pace, and what a heavy pace it was. It's now 2 sets each.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The fifth set, first leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
In the last 2 or 3 years of this Embassy World Championship, there's been walk-away finals. Taylor got going, got 2. Gregory's come back brilliant. Gregory's 5th 180. And
100.
You'll be glad to know, the players already know, that there'll be a short break at the end of this set. A little bit of a respite.
60.
And the way Gregory going, he could go ahead in the next half dozen darts for the first time in the match.
140.
And that would have all the psychological advantage of being told that they've abandoned income tax.
Mine requires 121.
The shot's on. Double 14. Yeah! Brilliant shot by Gregory to go ahead for the first time in the match. Those lads are Welsh, and their money is on the Bristolian.
Phil to throw first.
There were 2 conflicting schools of thought here in Frimley Green, Surrey. Some thought that Gregory had had 2 crippling matches in the last 48 hours and it might affect him.
140!
A small school of thought that might hone up his performance. The latter school holding the aces at the moment.
75.
2 sets apiece. Gregory ahead in the 5th. Six sets, and you're the winner.
$125.
Alan Warren and his wife Kim from Lancaster. Watching the ding-dong. Which way will the ding-dong swing?
140. White requires 161.
Looking at 60, but treble 17 and the bull. Yeah, treble 17.
97. Bill requires 106.
Could do it with 3, but Gregory could do it with 2. Yeah, wants the bullseye. Gets the bullseye! All square, 2 sets apiece, 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please. 60.
We've had a 1-1 finish in this set. We've had a 106 finish.
60.
Cockney Graham Miller, what a big impact on the tournament. You'd expect when the 1 and 2 seed get set together, the 2 on paper best darts players in the world in terms of the seedings, there'd be a cracker. This is a cracker.
140.
They filled the lakeside here, one of Britain's top cabaret clubs. They've come here to see attractions of the year like Jim Davidson, the big acts. They've certainly appreciated the big acts of World Darts.
60.
And maybe the final act could be the biggest act of all. Treble 19.
127.
Just missed.
Mike requires 141.
This with 3 or Taylor with 2. Brilliant double 18 to go ahead again. Yes! Scintillating dart puts Gregory ahead. Could be 1 leg away from the set. Taylor, who set the early pace, clattering away with the first 2 sets. Now taking trouble.
180.
Could be nip and tuck to the last darts of the 5th leg here in this set. The way they're playing.
100.
Handy like that. Slides it in over the top. And again.
140.
That's the caliber of the #1 seed. Under pressure, but looking at a possible 11 darter here.
91.
Right, treble 18 would be handy here.
86.
Yep, double 16 to pull the legs, go square.
Yes, a full leg. Phil Taylor. Fifth leg, Mike to throw first. Game on, please.
Deciding leg then of the 5th set.
140.
On the Peterlin Holland one, be getting the letters over the weekend. Bert Dingerbrook there, a postman staying to watch the top action. And top action it is.
60.
The number 2 seeds, the best 2 in the world on paper, in a perfectly level match at the moment, 2 sets each. And there's going to be a break at the end of this set,
81.
which I certainly need, and I think they do too. So, anybody's advantage here in the world final. Five-minute break coming up soon. But you can think an awful lot of thoughts in 5 minutes. Who will go in with the advantage?
125. Mike requires 121.
It's a 3-dart possible. Treble 17.
97.
Taylor way back, but the way he's playing could put pressure on. There's a 1-dart for Gregory.
59. Mike requires 24.
Double 12 to complete the comeback and go in. 3-2 up. He wants double 6. Back in the game with an amazing display of carry there, Gregory. 3 sets to 2 up at the break. They're so involved in the match, I think they've forgotten about the break. Rules are, it has to be taken.
At the completion of the 5th set, the players leave the stage for a short 5-minute break.
We haven't forgotten about the break. 5 minutes the players will take at this stage. It's the first player to 6 sets, 3-2 to Mike Gregory as we leave it there. Well, Eric, unbelievable these comebacks of Mike Gregory. He really makes it difficult for himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he was in trouble there. He was like 2 sets to 0 down. And he could have won the first set. And then Phil looked to be cruising, and he had 3 darts of double top for 3-0.
Yeah, we can actually see that because Phil could have had the whole set wrapped up here. He had 3 at this double top, and this could have given him a 3 sets to 0 lead. Let's take a look at this. Well, we'll try and get that action for you. Here it is. Have we got it or not? No. But I was just going to say, this electric pace of Phil's straight away, what is it about Mike? Did he erode Phil's confidence, or was he just throwing better?
I think the first set was like nip and tuck anyway. You know, I mean, Michael could have won the first set, and he must have been upset when he lost it. The second set really didn't have a squeak. And then the third set, Phil looked like to be, once he was in the game, he was going to cruise it. We thought it was going to be an easy game again. And then Michael's just done exactly what he's done all week. He's just hung in there and shown a lot of character. He's
had trouble, Mike Gregory, finishing on the doubles. Has he put that to rest now completely, do you think?
I think he'll be a very happy man at this moment. He's a nice 5-minute break which you all need. Like when you come off that 5-minute break, whether you have half a pint of beer or whatever, you just go over, talk to the missus, just clear your head, get ready, up you go again. It's not all one, it's 3-2, you're only halfway there.
Yeah.
You need that 5-minute break just to calm down a bit, and then you've got to get out there and fight again. The next set's very important.
Well, we talk about pressure. This is where Phil Taylor could have actually had it all more or less wrapped up. 3 sets to the lead he could have had here, but he didn't, going for the double.
Yeah, this is going to be on Phil's mind as well, see, that's the trouble. You can't afford it. He can't. See, he knows 3 sets to 0 up.
It's funny how it it just turns round, and then we can see a pressure situation. Mike Gregory pulling it back to 2-2. I mean, he basically had 82 to get.
That's it, a cracking 82. I think it was a brilliant, because he threw a bad first start. When you want 82, you go for bullseye of 25.
Yeah.
And he's missed it. And he couldn't believe he missed it. He knew he'd hit a 10, and he stopped. And he said, "What's left?" He knew what was left, and he was just like that annoyed with himself. And then he went. I think he went 48 double 12, and to me that was just better than. I know he done a 1-4-1 later on, but I mean that was for another set, and that was the end of that set. So it was 2 sets all in. Put him right back in his driving seat.
Now, taking a break here as they do for 5 minutes or so, what can that do for the rhythm of the play and the rhythm of the players?
As I say, I know exactly what Michael would do. Michael would come off and he'd go and up to his missus, he'd give his missus a kiss and they'd have a couple of words and he'd go back on the practice ball and he'd have a few more darts and he'd be ready to go out, or maybe go to the toilet. Sometimes it's out up and then they're drinking all that water up there. So,
okay. Well, we'll take a wee bit of a break ourselves and a bit of light relief from the action going on out there, because one of the items a lot of you look forward to, of course, is our traditional music item here at this World Championship. So here it is, our musical reflection on the week for 1992.
I'll be back at work Monday. I'll be back Monday, Joe.
So for Kevin and Kenny and Co, Kevin, Kenny and Co even, the party's over, but it's still going on out there. We're now going to rejoin the sixth set. It's 3-2 Mike Gregory, remember. Tony Green now picks up the commentary.
Right, here they come back, and I think that musical piece told it all. Here we are, Phil Taylor with 2-0 up, trailing now 3-2. Great comeback from Gregory, but there's a long, long way to go yet. They're taking 3 practice starts. It's Phil to get us underway. Throwing first. What's going through his mind? Because Gregory here, as I say, early stages, just pecked at the double, did Gregory. And the high out shots from Taylor. Nods.
6 set first leg, Phil to Throper.
So Bruce Bentley, the referee. Phil Taylor, world number 1. First leg, 6th set.
100.
Battled his way back. Now leading 3-2, Gregory.
$60. $45.
In the first 5 sets, 11 180s and 6 by this man throwing. Michael Gregory. A little time to get back into the rhythm after the break. £28,000 goes to the winner.
100.
And there is the trophy for as many a top dart player. Leighton Rees was the first champion ever. Who's going to be the champion this year? You tell me.
140.
Needs them all.
140. Bill requires 76.
Treble 20. Double 8. Yes, there's a lot of youngsters here. Good family day out.
Second leg, Mike to throw first. Game on.
Phil, cooler of the two in this opening set after the break. Yes, dads bring them along. Future stars. £40 Ed, plus these. A lot of
60.
Well, there he is, the Major. Never missed a match. He's loved it this week. I don't think he is a Major. I think he's a Colonel, actually.
95.
So finish, 146. There's the comfort. All seated. Every facility to see the action.
100. Bill requires 146.
Treble 20, treble 18, double 16. Double 16 for a 146.
114.
Gives Gregory a chance.
Mike requires 81.
Well, could go for treble 15. Should go for 16 here. Yes, ball now with the last dart.
56.
And they've been hitting the balls, but no ball
Bill
there.
requires 32.
Double 16 for 2-0. Yes, a lifesaver. There's a Taylor supporter.
Third leg, Phil throwing first. Game on.
So he's broken the advantage of Gregory. Now throwing for the set. Make us 3-3 in sets.
180!
Yes, that's what they pay the money for. Taylor provides.
100.
12 180s, 6 to each player.
$100. $60.
So looking like it'll be 3-3.
$100.
Finish left. 1-2-1. 9 darts thrown.
$60. Bill requires 121.
Treble 20. Would leave 61. 101 left. Staying up there. There's no outshot for Gregory.
97.
Leaves him 24. And as you can see there, still a lot to do, Mike.
Bill requires 24.
Double 12. Yes.
Game share the sixth set. Filter.
So it's back to 3-3. Yes, applause for Taylor.
7-set first leg, Mike to Thropers. Game on.
Could turn out to be one of the greatest finals of all times, this one. And we've had some thrillers.
140.
Thrills and spills this week, that's for sure. High scoring, high finishing. There's Mike, very upright.
60.
Just take a look at Taylor. 5'7", bundle of dynamite. Switching to 19s.
58.
Well, as always this week, pretty girls everywhere. Well, there to go. Off the go. Maximum for Gregory. 1-2-1 left.
Mike requires 121.
At least 6 darts for it. Treble 17. May go for 10 here.
81.
No outshot for Taylor. Good thinking. Leaves him double top next time. Treble 17 to leave double 16 now.
131.
So pressure now on Gregory.
Mike requires 40.
Double top.
Game shot in the first leg. Mike Gregory.
Yes, it's in doubles who was missing in the earlier sets.
Second leg, Phil to Thropers. Game on.
Takes so much out of you. Concentration. He's proved a battler this week as Gregory. Was 3-0 down against Kevin Kenny. Two 140s in this leg for Mike Gregory.
140.
Well, there he is, Bob Potter, the governor, Mr. Wonderful. Certainly takes care of everyone here.
100. Phil requires 161.
Yes, they'll be going for this as well with Gregory on 1-2-1. The shot, treble 20, treble 17, then the ball. Unlucky.
Mike requires 121.
We've seen some high out shots. This is one. 3 darts. Treble 17, ball. Yes, ball. Oh, pulled it.
86.
He knows that.
Phil requires 102.
Treble 20, hopefully. Single 10. Double 16 for 1-1. Yes, they know the finishes that win matches. That was one of them.
Third leg, Mike to throw first. Game on.
But the match all square at this stage. Just checking it. It's in.
140.
And 40 apiece. $19s for a change. 18s now, maybe. Yes.
95.
Well, there's Danny in the middle there, my little boy, trying to get in on the picture. Lee's blocking him out. I do love it, the kids.
100.
Yes. Kids. People of all ages here.
100.
Well, and look at that, isn't that great? The Chelsea pensioners on parade. And there's the girls doing all the scoring this week. Well, there they go. Another maximum goes to Taylor. 8-1 left. It's not an outshot. 166. Treble 18 the shot. Got it.
134.
Double 16 left.
Phil requires 81.
Just finished on 102. 81 for this shot. Treble 19 would leave him double 12. Single 12 would leave him the ball. The ball.
32.
Chances then.
Mike requires 32.
From Michael Gregory. Double 16. Pulling them. Up the goal. Gregory supports. Is in the lead. 2-1.
Fourth leg, Phil to Ropers. Game on.
The legs in this set going with the darts. Player throwing first.
100.
Seen some great final matches in the past against Bristow and Lowe, Lowe and Anderson. Oh, unlucky.
120.
Reminiscing Bobby George final against Eric Bristow. Some crowds here this week to see this play.
140.
Oh, and there it is, look. 1,500 seated.
140. Phil requires 141.
Down to the finish then. 8-2 on left. Treble 19. Double 12 for a 141. Oh, just inside.
129.
Headaches
Mike requires 121.
for the set. 11 leaves the bull. Bull for the set. Yes, it's there. Well, they love the bull finishes. Taylor trails 4-3.
Except first leg, failed to Tropers. Game on. Thank you.
Done a 1-2-1 finish with the bull on 2 occasions, but that was the one. Took the set, leads 4-3.
$60.
It's not a dartboard there, is it? Pretty. Well, they're everything, all designs.
$100. $100.
Well, there's the officials there of the British Darts Organisation, who run all the major championships. Doing a great job.
100. $100.
Both down to a finish.
Phil requires 116.
Treble 20. 16. Double top.
Game shot on the first day.
Another high out shot for Taylor.
Second leg, Mike to throw first. Game on.
It's the best of 11 sets.
100.
When winning the championship, Taylor beat Eric Bristow 6-1.
$60.
First time into the final for Mike Gregory. Looking down and you see his eyes change.
97.
Successful. $
100.
161 then, Gregory. 3 darts.
$100. Mike requires 161.
Coming down for treble 17s. Yes, good go for the ball. Will he? No, looks like a 10.
121.
Well, if you look at Taylor's score here, it's 244. That's the reason he went for the 10. He was in double top next trip. Well, if you ever put pressure on a player, that's the way to do it. Double top, though, his favourite double. Double 10.
20 score. Phil requires 64.
Don't blink. Treble 16, double 8. 16 or 8, may go for 8. Yes, he prefers double top. So 2-0 to Taylor. See where his money's worth.
Third leg, Phil to throw first. Game on.
2-0 up. This is the 8th set. Trailing 4-3.
'61.
There's a lot of heads out there. These two have to use the head all the time, thinking. There's two little lads there, Gary and Dominic from Loughborough. Back to that finish there, look, 161. We've seen that many, many times this week. Right, just dropped his dart. Just retrieve it.
Mike requires 161.
We'll go for it this time. Treble 17. 84 left.
97. Phil requires 145.
Treble 20 to get us underway. Leave 85. 85 left. Treble 19 then. Now it's single Phil. 79 scored. Could go for the bull here, leaving double 8.
104. Mike requires 64.
To save the set. Treble 16. Double 8. Double 4. It's pulling a little bit. Almost finishing.
Game shot on the third leg. Mike Gregory.
2-1 then. It couldn't go.
Fourth leg, Mike to throw first.
Phil hanging his head. Said he was very nervous in his semi-final match against John Lowe.
82. 80.
It's £28,000 for the winner, £14,000 for the second, so £14,000 on this game. That's the difference.
80.
Taking them all off. 117 scored. 202 left.
174.
What a pick off. 145 left for Taylor.
Phil requires 145.
To make us 4 apiece in sets. Treble 19. Yes. Double 14 unlucky.
117.
No outshot for Gregory, so double 14 for Taylor. Next visit to the board.
Phil requires 28.
To make a square, once again, double 14. Yes. 4 apiece. Still anyone's championship.
9-set first leg, Mike to throw first. Game on.
The world title still in the balance. Dart for dart, all the way through. Switching to 19s.
139. $100.
39 points ahead, Gregory, plus these. Trying to get over the top. Yes.
100.
Finish them. 1-2-2.
Mike requires 122.
Could go on for 18s with the first out. Yes, leaves him 104. So treble 18 leaves the ball. That's 36 scored. 86 left. Confusing
84.
the referee with that shot.
Phil requires 121.
Not sure if that's the right score, but well, let's get back to Taylor. Maybe treble 17. Yes. Single 20 leaves the ball. Ball for Taylor. Oh,
96.
just underneath.
Mike requires 38.
Well, we'll go for it. I don't think so. On for 18, double 10. Double 10.
18 score. Phil requires 25.
Got to take these chances. 9 leaves double 8. Double 8.
$17 score. Mike requires 20.
Well, he left double 10. Double 10 it is. Double 5.
And shot in the first leg. Mike Gregory.
So it's Gregory in the lead once again.
Second leg, Phil to throw first. Game on.
Reaching the stage where there'll be a bit of tension creeping in. And for 19s for Taylor.
139.
Another player needs just 2 sets to take the world title.
140. $135. $59. $60.
Priestley scored 25 180s last year. Treble 19. Ball for a 167. Yes, it's 50 left. Looking at Mike Gregory's score, actually. Mike's on 122, which is a 3-dart outshot. Surely he'll go for the ball. Well, he kept us anxious waiting. He kept them waiting. A 167, Phil Taylor.
Third leg, Mike to Trumpers. Game on.
All square.
140.
$140s, 180s, 167 outshots, all happening. Great final. $140. 3 140 scored, 2 to Gregory, back to Taylor. $100. $60. There we see it once again. 161.
$100. Mike requires 161.
Treble 20. 141 left.
60. Phil requires 161.
Well, we've seen a 167. Are we going to see a 161? Looking at treble 20. Well, that's the one. $41.
Mike requires 101.
Mike's double top, so treble 21, double top. Double top.
61.
Chances for Taylor then. 120.
Phil requires 120.
There we go. Known in the game as Shanghai. Treble 20, 20, double top. Double top.
100.
Well, there is a bit of tension. There's tension out there.
Mike requires 40.
Double top. Lead to Gregory by one leg.
Fourth leg, failed to Tropers. Game on.
Going with the darts.
$100.
Are we going to go all the way? Well, for everyone watching, let's wait for Crufts, which will be following the news and the darts.
60.
This is a dog-to-dog battle here anyway.
$100.
Yes. Well, they're loving this final. Certainly one of the greats.
$60. Mike requires 161.
Treble 20.
$60. Taylor requires 161.
Same way for Taylor, treble 20. He's dropped one or two darts, allowed to retrieve them.
100. Mike requires 101.
For the set. Treble 15, double 18. Unlucky, wrong bed.
61. Phil requires 61.
Double 18. Double 9.
43.
Well, that could tell a story there.
Mike requires 40.
Because this for the set. 5-4 lead, double top, Mike Gregory. Double 10.
20 score.
Well, the tension creeping in. I did warn you.
Phil requires 18.
Double 9 for 2-2. 1 double 4. Double 4. Vital.
14 score.
Gregory comes back.
Mike requires 20.
For the lead then, double 10. Puts him one set away, Taylor. Could he be reeling? 5-4 down is Taylor.
Phil to Throwers. The very best of order. Game on. Thank you.
Well, these two here, throughout the championship this week, have hit 24 180s each. The record is 25. That's held by Dennis Priestley, last year's champion. Also in this match, we've seen a 167 finish, the second highest outshot, leading Keith Sullivan with a 170.
121.
Well, I don't know the record stands, but I'm sure that this is one of the longest finals we've ever seen. It's increased in sets over the years. But it's this man here, Gregory, one set away from victory.
140.
He's battled away, he was 2-0 down. There he is, leading 5-4. Taylor's on a finish.
100. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Phil requires 122.
18 normally the shot, because that now leaves treble 18 for the bull. Bull. Yes! Another ton-plus outshot. A bull. They're loving this. This is excitement.
Second leg, Mike to Throwers. Game on.
In the match, over 12 ton-plus outshots. Equals a record, 25 180s in the championship for Mike Gregory.
100.
He's had 10 in this match.
100.
How many times have we seen that finish? 161.
Mike requires 161.
Well, at least 6 darts, because 162, not an outshot. Treble 17 leaves the ball. Is he going for the ball? I think he is. He is.
136.
Nothing you can do with 162.
Mike requires 25.
Single 5 or 9 for double 8. Double 8 it is. Double 4.
21. Phil requires 72.
Being cheered on by the crowd. Phil Taylor. Single 20 or single 12, I would think, because he likes double top.
52.
It never worked that time.
Mike requires 4.
Double 2. Good marker.
No score. Phil requires 20.
Double 10. Double 5. Well, that was one of the worst doubles on the board. Makes us all square in this set. Sorry, 2-0 up to Taylor.
Throwing for the double, please. No calling out, no noises. It's not sporting. We have a magnificent final. Thank you very much. Third leg, Phil to Tropper.
Well, it is exciting. It's 2-0 to Taylor in this set.
41.
Went all the way in his semi-final match. Did Taylor? That was against John Lowe.
140.
And the way it's going, we could be going into the final set in the final. Well, there they are. Right from day one. Capacity. Well, this year's championship certainly caught the imagination of everyone.
140.
And this is what we needed. A final, as we're seeing here now, to finish it off. Well, that's unlucky.
40. Mike requires 140.
2 treble 20s, double 10. Standing. Taylor cannot finish with this throw.
100. Mike requires 40.
Double top to keep the set alive.
Game set in the third. Mike Gregory.
2-1, Taylor leads.
Fourth leg, Mike to Throwford. Game on.
The supporter being up and down, sitting on the edge of the chairs.
60.
Oh, we've had 2 hours of relentless pressure. And still putting him in that treble 20 bed.
140.
There it is again. 161. Unbelievable.
Mike requires 161.
I need to tell you, it's treble 20. Treble 17. Bull. Yes! Well, look at him go there. Taylor on the rocks. A 161 outshot for Gregory. But it's not over yet. An advantage Taylor must keep. Was favourite.
45.
But if this man, Mike Gregory, can take this leg becomes the Embassy World Champion for 1992.
140!
Already with a chance. He's stuck at his guns as Gregory throughout. Oh, yes. What an answer. 25 180s in the championship, but never one as important as that.
$60.
Gregory can hear. It's 140 and leave him 161.
$60.
Not happy, but having a good leg here to take us all the way.
100.
96 points away from the 11th set, Taylor. Down to the nitty-gritty.
Phil requires 96.
With Gregory on a finish. So, tension all the way for Phil Taylor. Treble 20, double 18. Double 18 for the set. Yes, you can see there was pressure on Taylor. Shake of hands. What a final. It's 5-5. We're going all the way.
11th and final set. First leg, Mike to Trumper.
Well, they're enjoying it out there, and I'm sure you're enjoying it at home. These two has given us everything.
100.
Yes, one deep breath. One final effort from the two of them.
$95.
Swinging to Gregory. This is unbelievable. Yes. Well, that's a record they're applauding out there. 26 180s in the championship for Gregory.
Mike requires 81.
It's double 18, so treble 15 would leave that. Checking Taylor's score, there's no outshot, so treble 10 maybe. Yes, double 18.
45.
And the other was no outshot for Phil Taylor. This visit to the board.
Mike requires 36.
Double 18. So the lead goes to Gregory. And there's his fans.
Second leg, Phil to Lopez. Game on. $100.
Well, for dog lovers, we'll be on after the news and the darts.
139.
Sorry to keep you waiting for it, but this is one final I'm sure nobody wants to miss. Well, stay cool, Phil, eh? Phil cool, whichever way you put it. This man is cool, but he has problems.
100.
The 1990 champion, Phil Taylor.
100.
First time in the final for Gregory. Is it Igier?
120.
Well, look at that. One at the top of the stem. But a finish on 142. Taylor 100 points behind in this leg.
Mike requires 142.
Trying for the treble 20 with the first, which will leave him 82. .42 left. No outshot for Phil Taylor. Trailing 1-0 in the final set.
Mike requires 42.
Will he go for 2 double top, or will he go 6 double 18? Double top it is.
22.
So near.
Phil requires 82.
Well, being egged on by the support. Will he be looking at bull for double 16? That's the shot, I would think. Double 16. 1 to go.
66.
Oh, look at that. They're burning their heads out there. Telling you what a vital miss that was.
Thank you.
Double 10 for 2-0. Double 5. There's nerves there, you can guarantee.
No score.
Nearing the finish.
Phil requires 16. Thank you.
Double 8. Oh, another miss. Yes, they're burying the heads.
Mike requires 20.
Well, that's how you do it,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Double 10.
Game shot at the second leg.
The number 2 seed, the number 1 seed Taylor, trails 2-0. God, dear me.
Third leg, Mike 2, Clopers. The very best of order. Game on. Thank you.
Well, you're watching history here. This is the longest final we've ever seen. The furthest was 10 sets. This is the 11th.
60.
Fighting now is Phil Taylor.
140.
Look at those people out there. Thrill a minute. Attention, it's into those fingers when near the winning post. Putting pressure once again. Phil Taylor. But he's handling it well.
100. Phil requires 161. Thank you.
At least 6 starts for the finish. Treble 17 would leave the ball. That leaves him 84.
137.
And double 12. No finish there. 2-3-5.
Phil requires 24.
Double 12.
Inside the third leg.
Well, we saw Gregory fighting back in the first 2 sets. Now in the final, it's Taylor's turn.
Fourth leg, Phil to throw first. Game on. Thank you.
He has the advantage. If he can take this leg, it then becomes a tiebreaker.
140.
Teams.
44.
It's already a slip from Mike Gregory. Two 140s. The comeback trail for Taylor. In this leg, the man has hit 3 140s when under pressure.
That requires 81.
Treble 19 would leave double 12. Treble 10 leaves double 16. Well, that's 45. 17 left. Single 1 leaves double 8.
65.
They're still trailing in this leg. It's quiet out there.
That requires 16.
Double 8 for tiebreaker time. Yes, it's there. It's 2-2 final sets.
The 11th and final set must be won by 2 clear legs. If the score goes to 5 games each, the 11th leg will be sudden death. 5th leg, Mike to throw first. Game on.
Referee Bruce Manley telling us the situation. The rules has to be won by 2 clear legs.
60.
If we should reach 5-5, then it's up for the ball, and may the best man win. Certainly ranks as one of the top ever.
100.
Seems that Gregory's played better when he's been behind. Strange. He's not happy, going for 19s.
59.
Lady there crying. Finish 101. Mike Gregory. To leave 102.
Mike requires 101.
And his first chance to the number 2 seed. Treble 15, double 18. Treble 10.
65.
Double 18 left.
Phil requires 102.
He's hit this outshot in this match. Treble 20. Bowl for double 16. Not to be. 81 left, so treble 19.
40. Mike requires 36.
Double 18. Save the last till best. Look, there's the Gregory fans. And look at Taylor, still struggling.
6 leg, failed to trophies. Game on.
Once again, in a position where he must win this leg to save the match.
95.
Yes, that's got them going. Battling away, Gregory. Pressure on Taylor. 19s.
96.
Well, there is the trophy, World Championship trophy. And that's what these two players are aiming for. Finish 161. Just think of the pressure
161
on this shot. Treble 20.
$100.
61 points away from victory.
110.
Fighting to save the match. 50 left. 18 leaves double 16. No, he's gone for 10 double top. Double top. That could be it.
Mike requires 61.
For the title. 25 would leave double 18. Treble 15 leaves double 8. Double 8, 2 darts. 1 to go.
53
oh dear, he's let it slip him by, yes. Headaches everywhere.
Phil requires 20.
Phil Taylor still there. Double 10. Double 5. Not the best double on the board, you can believe me.
Oh,
thank you, he said. pats himself on the head. It's 3-3. Still at least another 2 legs to go.
Game on. Thank you.
Well, Mike Gregory had it sewn up. Well, if this isn't entertainment, I don't know what is. They've given everything, these two players. A lot of concentration out there. Even more up here. I think some of these supporters out there was throwing the darts. So engrossed in this final. One, 2-1. A shot out. 3 darts, Gregory.
Mike requires 121.
There's at least 6 darts for it. 61 left, 25 double 18. No, he's gone treble 11, double 14. Yes, and he's got it. Well, he goes in front 4-3 once again. Taylor struggling again. They're applauding a 12-dart finish there from Mike Gregory. But here we go. To save it.
100.
This, the 50th leg of the match. And one that Taylor
122
must win to keep his hopes alive. Here at 140. Throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
$137.
164 is the outshot for Mike Gregory. $99 left, but he's going all the way. Yes, it's there to leave 39. Still all happening. This an outshot. Needed the treble.
60. Federer prize 39.
7. Double 16. He saves the match once again. He's smiling. 4-4. At least another 2 legs to go.
9th leg, Mike 2, Thropers. Game on.
Incredible. Well, you'd have thought they were just starting. Still hitting 180s, 140s. Well, look at that face there. And look at Taylor's. He's loving it now. $100. 22 180 scored in the final. 12 of them to Gregory. Well, dare I say it once again, 161. Finish 82.
Mike requires 161.
A big finish, a big man. Treble 15.
95.
82 Taylor.
Phil requires 82.
Looking cool.
Thank you.
Bull would leave double 16. Well, that's 15. So 17. Bull with the last start.
57.
Opening for Gregory now.
Mike requires 66.
Treble 10. Prefers double 18. Double 18 for the lead. Yes, there they go. Phil Taylor smiles. Knew he had it there. But it's 5-4 to Gregory.
Phil to Tropers. Game on.
Well, we're seeing two of the greatest players in the world giving us the greatest final we've ever seen.
60.
Taylor can take this leg, and it's sudden death. Up for the ball, and the best man that will win.
26.
A slip. Could that be it? One slip could tell the story. Has to get back into the trebles now as Taylor. Still not out of it. Gregory trails by only 3 points. Keep his hopes alive.
100.
Gregory should be on a finish first. Well, 98 left. May go for 18s.
138.
To leave 80. No outshot for Taylor. Needs to punish the treble 20 to put pressure on that 80 finish. One of them. Coming down.
99. Mike requires 80.
Don't ever let it pass you by. Treble 20, double 10. Single 20, double top. For the title. Double top. Oh, another chance gone.
Phil requires 116.
Still a lot to ask. Under this pressure. Treble 20. Still a chance. Treble 20, double 18. He can't finish. Can hear the rumbles there of the audience.
Mike requires 40.
3 darts for the title. Double top, Mike Gregory. Double 10. 1 to go. He's missed! He had it! It was his! He can't believe it!
Phil requires 16.
This is amazing. Taylor, double 8. Yes!
13.
Well, we can only go Oh, one more leg. Mike Gregory, he had it, he knows. This is unbelievable.
The 11th and final leg, sudden death. Mike to throw first for the bull.
Up for the bull.
25.
Retrieves the 25. So, needs the bull or the 25. 25. They'll throw again.
Throw again. Phil to throw first.
Reverse the throw.
Thank you. It's outside the 25.
Oh, so important, the first throw.
Mike Gregory to throw first.
Could that win the title?
Thank you very much. Game on. Thank you.
This is the 53rd leg of this final. It's Gregory getting his underway.
80.
He's had opportunities. Silence.
140.
60 points ahead with the first throw. One last effort from both players. 19s.
137.
Remarkable. Look at that concentration. 140s. This is the one. Look at the state of Gregory. Pulled it. Recovers.
125.
And recovers well. Taylor, 96. 2 darts for the title. Nine teams.
83. Phil requires 96.
He's thrown 9 darts.
Thank you.
Treble 20, double 18 would give him the championship. Treble 20. He cannot finish. 16 for double
56.
top. Chance for Gregory.
Mike requires 104.
Can he do it? 18s maybe. No, 20. 84 left. So treble 20, double 12. He can't finish.
60. Phil requires 40.
Well, Gregory could have been champion, but is it going to go to Taylor? Double top. Well, look at him there, standing, cheering. Gregory had the chance, but there you have it. Look at him out there. What a final, the finest final we've ever had. There is the champion, Phil Taylor, champion in 90, Embassy World champion in 92. Oh, the relief. You can feel it. What a final. There's Peter Middleton, Sales Marketing Director of Imperial Tobacco, who'll be presenting the cheque, but it's Martin Fitzmaurice who will take us through the proceedings. There he is, the champion. Just cannot believe it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. To make the presentations, will you please put your hands together for the Sales and Marketing Director of Imperial Tobacco, Mr. Peter Middleton. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed one of the greatest games ever to see on the stage of the Embassy. Will you please put your hands together, receiving a cheque for £14,000, the runner-up, Mike Gregory. Ladies and gentlemen, to receive a trophy, a cheque for £28,000, the 1992 Embassy World Professional Dance Champion, Phil Taylor! Ladies and gentlemen.